As promised, Stacey, every Monday we talk about the Yankees minor league system. Today, of course, is no different. The Yankees Double-A pitching staff right now, Stace. We talked about it at the start of the season, the very first minor league Monday.
Yeah.
We're like, watch out for the Somerset pitching staff. Take a look at what they did this week. Clayton Beeter pitched on Friday. Top prospect in the Yankees system. 6 innings, shutout. 3 hits, a walk, career high 11 strikeouts. Not done. Richard Fitz, 6 scoreless. Will Warren, 6 scoreless. 3 starts this week for the Somerset Patriots. 18 shutout innings from their starting pitching staff. It is incredible that the Yankees developmental staff, after, let's be frank, kind of gutting it last year, losing 3 big prospects and 4 if you count Sears, can do this not in Tampa, but in Somerset. Like already at Double-A, you have Beeter, Fitz, and Warren just straight up shoving. Just it's honestly incredible that they're able to pull this off. It was a massive week for the Somerset Patriots. Austin Wells, number 3 prospect in the Yankee system, is back. If you remember the big injury bug week that had Rortvet down and, everybody died that week, the catching side. Austin Wells also, he fractured a rib that week in spring training. He returned and just monster week. First game back, 2-run RBI double. Then he homered on Friday, which was a go-ahead shot in a scoreless ball game, ended up being 2-0. Saturday, he went back-to-back with a couple of home runs with Jason Dominguez, and then homered again on Sunday. So 3 straight games for Austin Wells. He's reached base in every game he's already played in this week, or this past week, I should say. So Austin Wells, the Yankees are thinking of maybe fast-tracking this kid. We've talked about it already, Stace, that the Yankees at the major league level just really aren't getting production out of their catchers. And I think, with Rortvet returning to Scranton Wilkes-Barre now, and now Austin Wells back in action and immediately making an impact and immediately winning games for the Somerset Patriots, it's not too far out of the question. It's only a week. I get that, but watch out for Austin Wells. That's really the point of this whole segment every week. Guys you need to be watching out for. Keep your eye on Austin Wells here. And just a side note, one more thing for Somerset. TJ Rumfeld, still hot. A couple of homers this week and hit a grand slam. Just a monster week for the Somerset Patriots. Speaking of monster weeks, monster seasons. Last week from Hudson Valley, we talked about Aaron Palensky, unranked, still hot. He is slugging, Stacey, 17 games. That's not a typo you're looking at.
Oh my God.
864. 864 slugging percentage in 17 games. 17 games. I get it. It's a month, essentially, of single-A baseball. He leads the South Atlantic League with 9 home runs. That's not who I want to talk about today, weirdly enough, because we talked about him last week. Danny Watson, unranked prospect in the Yankee system. Massive kid. 6'7", 22-year-old right-hander from VCU. He has this crazy whipping sidearm delivery. And he's been working with Greg Weissert. He was working with Greg Weissert over the offseason, and it is paying off in a massive way. This week, Stacey, and the last couple weeks, he retired 20. I shouldn't say retired. He had 20 straight outs that were strikeouts. There were hits and walks mixed in, but 20 outs recorded, all strikeouts. This ended on Sunday when he got a ground out. In the month, over his last 5 outings, that's when these 20 strikeouts have occurred. Had a 7 strikeout performance back on April the 30th. 7 1/3 innings of work, 2 runs allowed over the month of from the end of April and into May here. Just ridiculous. Danny Watson, guy that is on no one's radar. Let's be real. Ridiculous. I mean, that's just. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's ridiculous, right? Like 20 strikeouts. Like what's insane? That's maybe one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Not only this season, but just ever.
Yeah.
let's go down to Tampa. We haven't given a lot of Tampa love. Tons of pitching. So you might remember this name, Stace. Justin Lange, Lange. This was the Luke Voit trade. Came over to the Yankees system. He was the 34th overall pick in 2020 with, of course, by the San Diego Padres. He was a composition round A. Pitched 5 shutout against Bradenton this week with 10 strikeouts. Matched a season and career high. Ended up being a combined 1-hitter and a 1-0 victory for the Tampa Tarpons. Did the same exact line with 5 innings and 10 strikeouts, a shutout ball against the Dunedin Blue Jays earlier this week. So I'm sure Yankees fans will love to hear that the Yankees, the minor league system, are also beating up on the Blue Jays side. This is a big, big arm. Upper 90s. He hit his fastest pitch this week in that aforementioned outing, 98.7 with a sinker. The only thing about him, and this is not, totally different. He has some control issues, but a lot of guys do that. That's the number one problem in any prospect everywhere. But again, just a guy to look out for. Justin Lange, that's the Luke Voit trade. He is not in the Yankees top 30 in any list that I could find. So, but a guy to, again, keep your eye on. 98.7. He was a high school arm, mind you, high school kid. So for him to be this young and hitting 98.7, that's legit. And another just side note, because we had so many ridiculous performances this week. Jared Serna, another guy that you probably haven't really heard of. Casually, 11 for his last 16, a pair of homers, 3 doubles, 3 walks, 7 RBIs. Just casual. Jared Serna popping off. Again, we haven't given up a ton of love for the Tampa Tarpons this season, so I wanted to make sure we did that this week. And then just one quick trip to Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Andres Chaparro is still on fire. 5 games in May, 8 RBIs, and 21 plate appearances, 1 strikeout. Get this is coming from our friend Connor Foley, friend of the show. Andres Chaparro started the season 0 for 29 with 3 walks and 13 strikeouts. Terrible numbers. Since then, slash line 337, 406, 721. That's 86 at-bats, 9 homers, 20 driven in, 10 walks, 18 strikeouts. Strikeouts are still up. Most guys are. It's 2023.
Yeah.
But Andres Chaparro, man, I'm turning into a believer at this point. He's really figuring it out. And then one last thing here, Kole Calhoun joined the Rail Riders this week. I'm a massive Kole Calhoun fan. I love this guy. I've always loved this guy. 9 for his first 19, 3 doubles, a homer, and 5 RBIs to start his Rail Riders career. Great start. I mean, this was the best week in the Yankees system. There were so many guys that I had to cut because there was so many really good performances this week. Hey, thanks for checking out Minor League Mondays. We do this every Monday here on Locked On Yankees. And of course, we have Yankees coverage 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. So make sure to hit subscribe and you won't miss an episode with Stacey and myself.